Dear students, all of you mute yourself. Dear students, all of you enter your member IDs also. Adit Chandra, Akshar Shakti, Galaxy of 6-2. Enter your member IDs also. Sri Ram Wadi. Everybody enter your member IDs also. Adit Chandra, Akshar Shakti. Enter your member IDs. What, Mr. Padi? Jagdish. Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Why you raised your hand?
Sir, renaming myself. You are telling that na. Sir, you are telling that na that ID number. So I
MID, roll number. AD
yes.
5247, I think yours.
5247. Yes.
Enter that MID.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Adit Chandra Akshar Shakti. Otherwise, I will remove you. Once I will remove you, not possible to again to come. Everybody, please stay on the line. Swamiji will come to our class and inaugurate that classes. After that, we'll start the physics class. By 8:40, the auspicious time. By 8:40, Swamiji will come. Pavan sir.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Sir.
Making as a host to you. Just stay in line. Why? Because I make a call to Swamiji and
Yeah.
Sati sir.
Okay, sure, sir. Sure. Yeah.
Jai Samnaran, sir.
Sir, Jai Sam, sir. Sir, Jai Samnaran.
Jai Samnaran, dear children.
Jai Swaminarayan, sir.
Jai Swaminarayan, sir.
9 o'clock is the best. 9 o'clock you can start the class. Okay. Before that, anyhow, Swamiji is going to bless us. Within 5 minutes, Swamiji is going to join with us. 8:40.
Yeah. Hello, students. Hello, everyone.
Hello, sir. Jai Swaminarayan.
Swaminarayan to
Yeah, Jai
all.
Swaminarayan.
Yes,
Jai
Anand.
Swami to all. Yeah. This is Pawan Kumar. I'm handling what physics for 11th and what 12th class. So I have what your more than what your 10 years of experience in what teaching both IIT as well as what your the NEET entrance point of view. So for the next 2 academic years, I'm going to teach you what your physics. So students, I think you know the physics what plays a major role in any entrance examinations to crack, right? So you might have what learned something in what your 10th standard, right? So you might have learned or you might have come across the topics called as what light as well as what your electricity, right? So both those two lessons will be the 40% of your syllabus for your 12th standard actually. So in your 11th standard, you people are going to what learn mechanics. The major part of what your physics is what in 11th class is what your mechanics. So you are going to learn what mechanics in what your 11th class, right? So for this purpose in our class, so anyway we can have our class today at 9 o'clock, and we have some basic ideas of what mechanics is that we are going to learn today in our introductory class at 9 o'clock. And I'm going to suggest you few books to purchase. So if you are regular to the class and what practicing whatever we say and practicing what your assignments regularly, easily you can crack your what your IIT mains as well as what your the NEET also. Okay, students. So be regular to the class and just follow us what we say, right? So that will make you to what reach what success, right? Thank you. So get ready. Swamiji will have what will have blessings from him to us. Okay.
Dear students, all of you enter your member ID. Anurag Gupta, Akshar Shakti, Galaxy, F62, F62, Akshar Shakti, enter your member ID.
Sir Srinivas, sir, you are the host now.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. AD 15198, enter your name also. Pavan, who is Pavan? Enter your name, member ID. Students, don't drop.
So, Srinivas sir, Swamiji joined, I think. Once you check it out.
Okay. Not at Giants.
Dear students, better you can turn on your video. Saket, CH Saket, Amit, Somesh sir, is it Somesh sir?
Yes, Somesh sir, our chemistry faculty.
Somesh sir.
Jason Samji. Samji, I shared with you individually, Srinivas sir link. Samji. Jason. Jason sir. He आज inauguration है sir.
Jason Narayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan sir.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji. Jai
Jai
Swaminarayan.
Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan. Yes.
Jai Swaminarayan
Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan Abhay.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai
Okay.
Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan.
Jason Swamiji.
Yes sir. Jai Swaminarayan.
Almost all 25 children joined Swamiji. Actually, we got almost 80 admissions, Swamiji. Out of 80 today, only 25 children joined. Reason for that, few children, their admission process is still pending, like enrollment they have to generate. So within 4 or 5 days, Swamiji, we are going to complete that process, Swamiji.
Okay,
We are
good.
assuring you, Swamiji, within 1 week, all the total 80 members will be appeared, Swamiji.
Correct. Good. Very good.
So almost all Hyderabad 50 members joined Swamiji, Jadcherla 15 members, Hyderabad 50, Jadcherla 15 students, Vijayawada as of now 6 students joined, Vijayanagar 5 students, Solapur 5 students, Gulbarga 2 children and Bidar 2 children, Mumbai 10 children, Nagpur 5 children. So as of now the joined children, Swamiji.
Okay,
So this process should be in, within 1 week we are going to complete, Swamiji.
Okay, good.
So I request Puja Shupalabda Swamiji to bless our children to start our session, today's sessions, and our lectures also, Swamiji.
Varanivesh Ramaniya Darshanam मन्दहासरुचिराननाम्बुजम् पूजितं सुरनरोत्तमेर्मुदा धर्मनन्दनमहं विचिन्तये सर्वावतारी इष्टदेव गॉड हेड भगवान श्री स्वामीनारायण पूज्यपाद शास्त्री जी महाराज पूज्यपाद सद्गुरु श्री देव प्रसाद दास जी स्वामी all other pious and brahmanist saints when all students are here from different branches पूज्य कृष्णचरण स्वामी जी पूज्य विश्वमंगल स्वामी जी पूज्य मुक्तवल्लभ स्वामी जी पूज्य आत्मस्वरूप दास जी स्वामी जी अमृत स्वरूप दास जी स्वामी जी and Mantra Swarup Swami ji, respected Satish sir, our KSR sir, our Pavan sir, Kiran sir, our biology sir, and even all other lecturers.
Somesh.
And
Someshwar.
yeah, Someshwar sir, yeah, and all dear students from Hyderabad, Mumbai, Jadchalla, Vijayawada, Nagpur, Raipur, Vidyanagar, and Solapur, Gulbarga, all other branches. So, my dear students, I'm very happy to see all of you here from different locations all over India. Very important question to all of you, that all of you have passed 10th class exam, right? No doubt how far that result we or yourself you have to consider, that is a different story and different matter. But my dear students, now you are after 10th, okay, because of corona, government have given all of you school based assessment and will be giving your result. But government cannot assure your career and your future as well as your 12th class board result. Okay, whatsoever way, fortunately, unfortunately, you have got your 10th class result based on your school assessment. But government cannot give a guarantee to you that your 12th board assessment will be again based on school, or your career will be based on your school or based on your local domestic factors. My dear students, today outside in the society, when we are seeing, you can understand the competition is such extreme that to stand and to survive in this competitive world, one should prepare himself very well in advance. And these 11th class and 12th class, these 2 years are very crucial and important years for you to prepare for the future, prepare for the tomorrow. With congratulations to your parents and to you also, that all of you have chosen Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul as your foundation in a career of 11th and 12th. Dear students, and I'm very happy, my dear students, to share with all of you and our lecturers that all of you, those who have joined from all the branches, so almost all are like toppers as well as all rankers, and all those who have some ambition and have interest in studies, such students are joined. So this will give you a very good competitive environment as well as competitive benefit to excel and to enhance yourself. So congratulations to all the students, those who have joined, and yet many are going to join. And as Satish sir have said, when sir has taken counseling session, that we have restricted admissions even beyond distinction percentage only. We did not give an admission to all of you, those who want, because for 11th class and 12th class, we want good students, those who have interest for studies, those who have some ambition in their life, and those who want to do something in their life. So to give you a very right platform of competitive track and competitive future, this agenda is planned and this education is done. So today, on the first day of your classes, my dear students, today we are starting science classes. Commerce we are going to start later. My dear students, you got very good time, and I am very happy to share with all of you, because all the lecturers, our KSR sir, our Pavan sir, Kiran sir, Someshwar sir, and all other lecturers, our biology sir, uh, all these lecturers, my dear students, have very good experience, and they have very good even track record of their working, their result. And here in Gurukul, they are working with very high dedication. They're not just working sake of livelihood or sake of survival. They are working as a one Gurukul family. They have attachment with Gurukul, and they have respect for Swamiji, and they treat all of you as their children. And that's why they try to do whatever they can do for your future, for your career. So anytime, my dear students, anytime, even at night, 12 o'clock, you have freedom to call to the teachers and solve your doubt. Such way they are ready. So we are really thankful to God and all these lecturers that we have such great team under the guidance of Satish sir. And now today when we are starting classes, my dear students, so all of you have passed till 10th class, right? Now you are going to join and going to start your 11th class. So 11th and 12th, these 2 years, don't take easy, my dear students. Again, you have to choose a science stream, right? You have very good ambition. You have to do many innovations in future. So in that case, day first onwards, now these 15 days, lecturers are going to teach you a bridge course of foundation, where 10th and +2 can be bridge and collaborated. That's why they are going to brush up your skills or knowledge. And but these 2 years you have to take very sincere and very serious. You should not miss even single class. You should not miss even any kind of assignment, homework given. And any doubt is there, you can ask openly to the sirs, either within the class or even after the class, and try to prepare yourself that you are going to write tomorrow your IIT exam or your 12th board exam. That's why you have to prepare. So my dear students, today on the first day of the this academic session, and especially our science students, I pray to the pious feet of Bhagavan Swaminarayan to bless all of us. My dear students, all of you are bright students, and we have Gurukul organization have very uh, great hope on you, that you will be shining yourself in the competitive track. You will make out your name, your family, your parents' name, and finally Gurukul and Bhagavan Swaminarayan's name. So day one onwards, my dear students, get ready for that, and don't think that still you have time of 2 years for writing competitive exam or board exam. No, you just think that tomorrow only you have to write board exam and IIT exam or NEET exam. That's way if you get ready in advance and prepared, so really you can do wonder. And blessings of Ghanshyam Maharaj, Puja Dev Prasad Swamiji are with us. So once again at last, all the best for all to all of you, and all the lecturers and Satish sir. And we hope that all the students will make out the name of Gurukul and name of their parents and whole nation. Thank you, and Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swami.
Jai
Jai Swami.
Swami.
Jai Swami.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Though even we are having Utkarsh today with your busy schedule today, we have considered for blessing of our children. Thank you so much, Swamiji. Respected Srinivas, today's session you can continue because at 9 o'clock we have a session today.
Thank you, sir.
Dear children, anyway, Swamiji is going to take one more session after 1 week. If the children all will join us, that time again one more session will take. So I wish you all the best. Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai
Jai
Swami.
Swami. Jai Swami. Jai Swami, sir.
Dear students, again we'll send the one more link for physics class. By 9 o'clock onwards, the class will be start. Right now, this session is over. Okay, again one more link will send for physics class. Join to that link in respect to class. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Pavan sir.
Yeah, sure, sir. I'll send one
Create
link.
and send to that groups. Link will be created,
Okay, sir.
sent to that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I am closing the inauguration.
Yes. So how many of you are in this class now? MPC? Think both MPC and BPC have joined, I think so. Okay. We'll wait for 1 more minute to join other students also.
Okay, sir.
Today we can have a simple introduction to the physics. Okay. What we are going to learn in 11th class and some introduction concept. Okay. So if you have any doubts in that, you can raise, you can directly call me, you can put WhatsApp me, no problem. This number is been there. You can call or you can keep a message in the WhatsApp also. So whatever the issues are there, and if anything which you don't understand, okay, which you feel uncomfort and all those things, you can tell to me so that we can rectify that, right? Soon I'm going to fix our board. Actually, till last class we have teach what taught on the board only. So some disturbance is there in that room. So I didn't fix the board today or tomorrow. I'll fix the board also, right? So meanwhile, we can have class on the paper, right? For this 2 days. So if you have any problem with the network and all those things, you just tell me, remind me once, so that I'll check, right? Yeah, most of the students have joined. So we'll see now. What? 1 second. Yeah. So students, coming to our physics 11th standard. Okay. So in 11th standard, what topics we come across, right? So I said already, most of the syllabus in the 11th class is mechanics. So we are going to learn, most part is what? Mechanics we are going to learn. So we are going to study about mechanics, as the major part of the 11th class syllabus is mechanics. And then in the second part, we are going to learn about heat. And the second part, we are going to learn about heat. So only two parts, mostly mechanics and what heat we are going to learn. So under this mechanics, there are many units are there, which we are going to learn in our 11th class. So what topics we come across in the 11th syllabus? What topics we come across in the 11th syllabus? Let us see once. I'll make a note. Then we'll start some introduction, right? So first we are going to learn units and measurement. Some introduction lesson is there called as physical world. Physical world. This is only the introduction for what is physics, who are the scientists, what are the discoveries. So such things we are going to see as a introduction in what physical world. But actual content of our physics part is what units and measurement. First, we are going to learn this one. Then we are going to learn, after units of measurement, we are going to learn motion in straight line. Motion in straight line. Thereafter, we are going to learn motion in plane. Motion in plane. So after this, we are going to learn laws of motion. After this, we are going to learn work, energy, and power. So after this, we are going to learn system of particles and rotatory motion. So after this, we are going to learn oscillations. Okay, so oscillations and SHM, that is simple harmonic motion. Then we are going to learn gravitation. So after this, we are going to learn mechanical properties of solids. Mechanical properties of solids. After this, we are going to learn mechanical properties of fluids. Mechanical properties of fluids. So thereafter, we are going to learn thermal properties of matter. Thermal properties of matter. So thereafter, we are going to learn thermodynamics. So hereafter, finally, we are going to learn kinetic theory. So in our CBS board, we have even oscillations, SHM combined put together. There is a lesson called as waves also. So this will be taught at the last. SHM and waves will be taught at the last after kinetic theory. This is our syllabus for 11th class. So totally how many units are there? You just count and tell. 14?
So 14.
Yes, sir. 14.
14. In that 14, physical world is what? Just physical world is what? Just an interaction only. Generally, we don't have that one to teach under teaching part. So these are the actual physics concepts. So we can consider as 13 units now. 13 important units. Students, now this is our 11th class syllabus now. Now, if you come across IIT mains and what your need, all these lessons will be included. Same syllabus will be in mains, and the same syllabus will be for what NEET also. Clear now? So coming to mains, how many questions will be there in mains? For physics part, we have 25 questions. Okay, 25 questions will be there. Of these 25 questions, 20 questions are multiple choice questions, MCQs. Okay, and 5 questions are numerical type, integer type. Okay, he'll raise you a question and we have to solve and we have to keep the answer there. Clear now? So total 25 questions. So how many lessons are there here? In our 11th class, we have 13 units. And if you go for 12th, we have around 16 units. Overall, there are 29 units. Okay. Now, 29 units, how many questions are there totally in the exam? 25 questions. Means approximately each and every lesson will give one question or not? So if you compare like this, 25 questions, 29 units. So definitely every lesson is going to carry you one question. Clear now? So for getting a top mark in mains, how many questions you have to make in physics generally? So compared to this year paper, I mean for 2021 paper, the paper was very easy. The IIT mains paper was very easy. Your senior Lalit has scored many marks in that one. So out of our 25 questions, he made easily 22 questions he made. So for these 22 questions, the percentile he scored was around 99 point something in physics part. Clear now? So to get 10% depends on the standard of the paper. If the paper is too easy, you have to make more questions. If the paper is very hard, you can make what? Very less questions also. Clear now? So generally, if paper is very tough, in physics part, if you are able to do 16 questions also, if paper is very tough, then if you are able to do 16 questions out of 25 also, you can score easily 99 percentile in physics itself. So generally, if you score overall percentage in IIT, if you score overall, means total maths, physics, chemistry part, if you are able to score 99.5 percentile, then you will be in India, your rank will be below 2000 rank. Below 2000 you will get in India, all India. Okay. So if you are able to score more than 99.5, 99.6, 99.7, 99.8, then your rank will be below 100 only. So people will very commonly score 99 percentile very easily, but after 99 percentile, every 0.1 decimal, your ranks will be what? Updated. So you have to do much hard work to score more than 99 percentile. So easy way is what? That the day which we teach that you had to practice, that's all. So which books are to be preferred now? For our physics, which books are to be purchased? So which books I'm going to recommend you? Let us see once. People, you can purchase for IIT, for IIT purpose and for NEET purpose. I'll tell you two books. Okay. For IIT sake, you can purchase Singage. Singage. Author name is B.M. Sharma. B.M. Sharma. Okay. And for NEET, Singage only again, but the author is called as C.P. Singh. Author name is C.P. Singh. So these books will be helpful for you to crack IIT as well as what you have NEET. So Singage by B.N. Sharma, there are totally 6 volumes are there. First year, I mean 11th class and 12th class combinedly put together 6 volumes are there. 3 volumes of 11th class, 3 volumes for what your 12th class. So totally 6 volumes will be available for B.M. Sharma Singage. And C.P. Singh, there are 2 volumes are there. Only 2 volumes for 11th and 12th. So for 11th class 1 volume and for 12th class 1 volume. So total 2 volumes for NEET and 6 volumes for what your IIT means. 6 volumes means what, you know, every lessons very clear explanation of every concept will be there in your B.M. Sharma 6 volumes book. Clear? So IIT main standard questions and IIT advanced standard questions with the solutions and everything will be provided in this particular book called as B.M. Sharma 6 volumes. So people, if you have enough time to prepare, few people will prepare this also, H.C. Verma. So from H.C. Verma, you have only 2 volumes are there. There are only 2 volumes are there for H.C. Verma, first year, I mean 11th class 1 volume and 12th class 1 volume. So this H.C. Verma contains very good questions to practice but the content, whatever the theoretical part or the explanation concepts will be very less in the Verma part. So very less concepts will be given, but very typical questions, means very good understanding and what skill based questions will be given what are Verma. So Verma is useful for practicing, and Sharma will give you all concepts in his book, so you can learn concepts nicely from the Sharma book, and you can practice questions also from Cengage. So this is useful for even advanced also. Understand? And for for NEET, I'm recommending only one book, that is Cengage NEET for Physics. CP Singh, author name is CP Singh, because in Cengage publications many authors are there. In Cengage publications there are many authors are there, but I prefer CP Singh author for NEET and BM Sharma author for Cengage. 6 volumes. There is what BM Sharma's 1 volume book also there. There is only 1 volume book also there, Cengage, completely IIT mains only. Means it is useful for only exclusively for mains, not for advanced. So both mains and advanced, if you want, combinedly put together, there are 6 volumes are there. That will be useful. Clear now, everyone? And listen here. Then for CBSE board examinations, which books to be preferred? CBSE board. Okay, for CBSE board, which books are to be preferred means one. First, you should get your NCRT exemplar book. This is useful for both IIT, NEET and board also. NCRT exemplar. It costs around 120 rupees. NCRT exemplar costs around 120 rupees like that. Second, move fast. One thing, sorry. Simplified physics. Simplified physics. Author name is S.L. Arora. So these are enough for board purpose. Simplified Physics S.L. Arora and NCRT exemplar book. So these put together will cost around 600. And this Cengage book CP Singh costs around 500. 2 volumes means 1100 or something will get. But this BM Sharma 6 volumes books will be around 3000 rupees, I think so. Each volume is 400 or 500 something is there. You can purchase first either 11th class, then in second year you can, or in 12th class you can purchase the other 3 volumes also, no problem. Right? So these are the books that we prefer generally for your 11th class and 12th class. Clear? So this is what regarding your books that are to be preferred for the preparation of what your IIT mains, as well as what your NEET, and as well as what your the CBSE board. Clear, students? So all these books will be available in online. No need to go out also. You can book them from online also. Clear, every student? So if you have further anything, you can ask me, no problem. While purchasing also, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Yes, Saket? Yes,
Sir, will the
Saket?
schools be providing any books, sir?
School will provide you, I think so, textbooks will be provided by school.
Okay, sir.
But these author books they will not provide.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you can
Thank you,
purchase
sir.
from
Yes, sir.
your from outside, right? Now coming to our physics syllabus, I said 11th class. 11th class is what consisting of mostly 2 parts, mechanics and what heat. No. So let us come a small introduction. Okay, don't feel bored. Okay, listen properly now. Let us see once actually what we learn in 11th class and what we learn in physics now. I said that we are going to learn in 11th class. The major content is mechanics. Okay, mechanics. Now, students, may I put a question? What is mechanics actually?
Relation to machine.
What is this mechanics? Yes, yes.
Everything related to machine, like we learned last time, electric motor.
Everything we are going to learn about machines such as electric motor, right? Yeah, you can talk, no problem. You can tell your answers, though it is right or wrong, whatever you can tell. No issues. Next, anybody has any other idea of this mechanics?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, tell
There's
me.
a branch of physics which is dealing with the forces and motion of any object.
Yeah,
So,
forces.
sir, according to me, there are two types of mechanics.
Yeah,
One is the
tell me.
classical mechanics, and other is
Okay.
the modern mechanics.
Modern mechanics, also called as quantum mechanics, right?
Yes, sir. Quantum mechanics dealing with very small particles and waves,
Yeah, dealing with what? Small particles, right?
like photons of light and etc.
Like photons. This is very higher for us, right?
Yes, sir. We are learning classical
Yeah.
mechanics in 11th, right?
So we are going to learn completely classical mechanics. Even your engineering, you're going to learn classical mechanics only. Okay. Quantum mechanics and all these things you are going to learn in research side. Okay. Like the doctoral programs or post graduations, you can learn the theory part of what this class, what quantum mechanics. And most of the time what your +1 +2 and your btech and all those things, you're going to learn classical mechanics only. You're going to learn. Okay, mechanics is a branch of physics which deals with what forces and what motion, okay, of the objects and all those things. You're going to deal in what mechanics. Any other one can tell anything else about this mechanics? Very good answers. Any other student is able to tell regarding this mechanics? Yes. Done. Now let us come across. Let us see what we study in mechanics actually. Mechanics is whatever a branch of physics, right? Branch of physics which deals with what?
Force, matter.
Which deals with the study of what? Study of
Motion.
motion.
Force.
Yes, please. Please put your mic off. Yeah, please put your mic off. When you are having doubt, you can ask. Right? No. So here, mechanics is a branch of whatever physics which deals with whatever with the study of motion of bodies. Okay, such a branch which talks or which gives you information regarding the study of what motion of bodies is nothing but called as our mechanics. Okay. Okay. Now I'll give you one question for you students. Study of motion means what? Study of motion
Displacement.
means what? Yes. Suppose if I take a car, suppose there is a car here. Let us have an example. Okay, there is a car here. So running on the road. So this car is now moving. It is in motion. So as this car is in motion, I want to study this car. What do you study?
Study its horsepower, but in how much
Yeah,
hour
one.
it can
Yeah.
travel 1 kilometer. Mileage.
So, someone is telling its horsepower. Okay.
Mileage.
Someone is talking about mileage. Okay. Anybody else? Any answers, please? As a car is in motion, what you are going to study? I'm talking that mechanics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of motion now. Study of motion means what? What we are going to study? Let us take an example. I said I have taken a car is in motion. What do you study about this car? As a car is in motion, what do you study?
Speed of force.
Excellent. Speed. You're going to learn what is the speed of car. We wish to know what is the speed of car. Right. Anybody else? Anything else?
Velocity.
Aerodynamics of
Sir,
Yes.
aerodynamic of structure.
Aerodynamic structure of the car. While motion only we can study, or in rest also we can study.
And rest also we can study.
At rest also we can study. But I'm saying that the car is in motion. What do you study?
So momentum,
Yes, momentum you are going to study. Next,
acceleration,
yeah, fourth one, acceleration you are going to study. Good.
deceleration due to gravity,
Or deceleration. What else you'll study about the car?
effect of gravity on its motion, friction,
Effect of gravity on it,
friction,
or effect of friction on it.
heat
What
produced,
else?
Heat.
Heat produced. Yes. What else? What else you'll study about this motion?
Sir, working of car.
Example. Working of car.
Its mechanism.
Its mechanism
Engine
in
like
motion only.
machines.
It's what
Sir, we
in
can
motion.
study in rest also.
In motion. In rest also no. Right.
Sense of
What else?
mechanics we will study machine.
Yes.
In sense of
Someone is
mechanics
telling
we will
something.
study machine.
Sense of some mechanics. Okay. These are engineering terms. Next, what else you'll study when the car is in motion? What happened? What else you will study when the car is in motion?
Sir,
This much only you'll
velocity.
study. Yes, velocity, good. Velocity you're going to study. Yes.
so
Yes, come
dimension,
on, tell me. Yes.
dimension,
Dimension, very big word. You have to tell this answer for me. What is dimension later?
okay sir.
What else? What is the name? Dimension?
So DIMENSION,
No. What is your name?
Yojit,
Yes.
Yojit sir, Yojit,
Yojit. From which branch are you? Yojit?
Navi Mumbai,
Yeah, from Mumbai. Who has dealt you 10th standard physics?
Atanu sir.
Okay. He knows me in
Yes
workshop.
sir, he knows you. He told us about
Yeah.
you also.
Okay. He knows me.
So the friction
So
when we apply
dimension,
brakes.
friction when we apply brakes here, the friction has come. Okay.
Sir, RPM revolution per minute.
Excellent. RPM I want to know. When it is in motion, I want to know its RPM. Yes. Only 3-4 students only interacting. Other students also should interact. No problem. You tell wrong answers, nothing happens. If you tell wrong answer, we'll learn something.
Sir, thermodynamics, anything?
Yes, thermodynamics, something else, some big word. Some big word thermodynamics.
Teleportation,
Okay. Yes.
teleportation.
What is that
That's
one?
just joking.
Yeah.
Teleportation.
Means.
From here it will vanish, and from where there it will come out.
Okay. Then that too you are going to study here.
Sir, just joking.
Next. Some others, please interact. This is only introduction class. Interact, so that we can have a good interaction with you, and you'll come to know what I am, and I'll come to know what you are,
Sir,
so that we
speed
can
of
sit in
the
the class
car.
very. Speed of the car. Okay, we got here speed of the car. We got velocity of the car.
Sir,
But
we
one
will
important
understand
thing,
about motion.
that only. What you'll understand about the motion means you people are telling horsepower, mileage, speed, momentum, acceleration, and everything you are telling. But one thing you forgot. What is the
Sir,
purpose of this car? I don't know.
Sir,
Yes. Terms.
time taken to cover a particular distance.
Excellent. Time taken for what means speed only, right?
Distance.
What is the purpose of this car? People are not telling
It
actually.
will come in mileage.
Transportation.
For transportation, you need to travel certain distance or not?
Easy transportation.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how much weight it can carry?
Sir, you
So
study about distance.
distance, very important part. First only know
Sir, it will come
distance.
in
We need to
mileage.
know how much distance we are going to. We don't study about mileage during the study of motion of object. When the study of motion of car you take, we don't talk about mileage. We don't talk about this mileage. We are going to study motion means what? What do you study in motion? Generally, when the body is in motion, what do you study? We study that how much distance it covered,
Displacement.
how much time it has taken to travel the distance, with what speed it is traveling, what is its velocity,
Force
what is
acting.
its acceleration, what is the momentum of the car, how much force is acting, or how much torque is produced, or you can study what, how much kinetic energy does the car has, how much energy it possesses during its motion. So the important parameters during the study of motion are, first we should know what is motion actually. If you don't know this one, what will study all these things? First we should know what is motion, then we should know what is rest, then we are going to understand what is distance. Okay, then we are going to understand what is displacement. Do you think distance and displacement are same?
No,
No, sir.
One is like
No,
Distance
sir.
is
No,
the
no.
path and displacement is the shortest path.
Yeah, displacement is the shortest path.
vector and
It is,
scalar.
yes, it is a scalar quantity. This is a vector
Vector
quantity.
quantity.
Okay, we have to learn many things in vectors.
Speed
Excellent
and
concepts are
velocity
there in
also.
physics.
Distance of
Yes. After learning distance, after learning displacement, we are going to learn what is the speed of the object. Then we are going to calculate what average speed. What is the purpose of calculating average speed and all those things in the
velocity.
introduction part only we are going to learn. After average speed, we are going to calculate what is called as velocity. Do you think speed and velocity are same?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
Scalar
sir.
vector
No,
quantity.
no.
Again, this is a scalar, this is a vector. Here is a distance is a scalar, displacement is a vector. In velocity also we are going to learn again average velocity. What is average velocity? What is
Per unit time.
instantaneous velocity? Instantaneous velocity. What do you mean by instantaneous?
At the starting when the car is started, the velocity was like.
What do you mean by instantaneous?
Sir,
The
taking
term
at a se-
instantaneous refers what?
at a
Yes,
point,
Immediate.
at a particular time, right?
Yes, sir.
particular time.
At a particular time, I want to know what is the
Acceleration.
velocity. Okay. So at a particular time, what is the velocity when the car was in motion? What is the velocity at a particular time? Suppose the car started at 9 o'clock. At 9 a.m. it started. I want to know its velocity at 9:10 exactly. I want to know the velocity at 9:11. So like this, at a particular time, if you want to find the velocity, such a velocity we call as instantaneous velocity. Such a way, instantaneous speed. So in a particular period of time, means from 9 o'clock to 9:11, means in a particular time of 11 minutes, I want to know the velocity. Such a velocity we call as what? Average velocity in this particular time period. Or total journey, what is the velocity covered is called as average velocity. So like this, when the body is in motion, we are going to learn what is the distance traveled by the car, how much displacement is covered by the car, what is the speed of the car, what is the average speed of the total journey, what is the velocity of the car, how much average velocity it possesses, what could be the velocity at any instantaneous time, that is at any time. Clear now? So that is what instantaneous velocity, that is velocity at any point. Clear now? So as a body, now see, it's only introduction, no need to write. I will give you notes also, no worries, just understand, right, what we are going to learn. So instance velocity, then we are going to calculate how much acceleration is there for the car. What is the acceleration of the car? Is that acceleration is remaining same every time, or is the acceleration changing every time? So these things we are going to study when the car is in motion. So in the first part of your mechanics, we are going to study kinematics part. That is mechanics again divided into how many parts? 2 parts. So mechanics can be studied into 2 parts as one is called as kinematics. The other part is called as dynamics. Kinematics and dynamics. So what is kinematics and what is dynamics means when you are studying the motion of the car, see once, I'll give you an example for you to understand. So here is our car. Okay. So this is the car. Right. So the car is in motion. Suppose it has traveled from Hyderabad to somewhere it has reached to Mumbai. Okay. Now from Hyderabad to Mumbai, it is started traveling like this. It started at suppose 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Somewhere at 10 p.m. it has reached. Let us think like this. Okay. So total journey of time will be how many hours?
13.
How many hours?
13.
13
Around
hours.
13 hours. So 13 hours it has taken to travel, suppose from Hyderabad to whatever the Mumbai. Suppose the distance from here to here is around 100 kilometers. 1 second. Right. So like this, it started moving now. So from here it started moving now. So I said that what we are going to study, what we are going to study as in motion means I said first we are going to learn what is the distance travel, what is the time taken, what is the
Speed,
speed of the car, what is the
velocity,
velocity of the car, what is the average velocity,
displacement.
okay, what is the average speed, what is the displacement covered, okay. So these things, what is acceleration, these things we are going to study. Clear? 1 second, 1 second. Right. So these things we are going to study. Okay. Now students, when you're studying about this motion of the car from here to what here, did you talk anywhere about force acting on car?
Went up.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir. If force is not acting on car, then how acceleration will take place?
Yes. Right. So did we talk about any force acting on the car means? So nowhere from here to here we are not talking about any force means what kind of force is acting on the car, how much force is acting on the car. So these things we have not at all recorded here now. Just we are recording about distance travel, time, speed, velocity, displacement, average speed, then acceleration covered. So if you study the motion of the car, if you study the motion of the car, right, without considering the force acting on it, without reference to the force acting on the car, what on it, if you study the motion, then that branch comes as we called as kinematics. So kinematics is a branch of mechanics where we are going to study the motion of the objects without reference to the force acting on it. Means we don't bother about what force will act. We don't bother about how much force will act on the car. So without considering the or without reference to any force acting on the body, we are going to study the motion of the body. Such a branch we call as what? Kinematics. And you would have learned in 9th class, I think so, motion lesson. In 9th standard, you would have learned motion lesson, right?
Yes, sir.
So in 9th standard, you would have learned motion lesson. In that motion lesson, you would have come across 3 equations, right? What are the equations of motion? Tell me. What are the 3 equations of motion you have learned?
Momentum
V
equal to
is equal
mass.
to U plus 80. Clear? Right.
Yes.
And next equation was SC equals to UT plus
UT
half
plus half 80 square.
80 square. Then third equation was V square minus
V
U
square
square
minus
equals to
U square.
2AS. How many of you remember these three equations in 9th standard? Under lesson called as motion you have learned.
Three laws of motion.
Yes, sir.
Right. Clear now. So these are the
Yes.
three equations of what motion. V is equal to U plus 80, S equal to UT plus half 80 square, V square minus U square 2S. These three equations of motion are useful to study the motion of the body, right?
Yes, sir.
Now where the body was moving with what acceleration? With a uniform acceleration, means there is no change in acceleration. Here the body is what moving with uniform acceleration. So you are going to use three equations of motion. V equal to U plus 80, S equal to UT plus half 80 square, V square minus U square equal to
Sir, S is
2AS. These three
displacement.
equations, yes, S is stands for displacement. Okay, these three equations are helpful to you to study the motion of the body. Now tell me students, in these three equations, did you find anywhere F?
Sir,
No, sir.
No. Means in these equations, there is no force included.
This comes in kinematics.
Yeah, no force included. But even though you have studied motion or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you have studied motion. We have studied motion means what? We are able to calculate displacement. You are able to calculate velocity. You are able to calculate time taken. You are able to calculate what acceleration. So these things you are going to calculate, and these are useful to study the motion of a body without considering the force acting on it. And such a branch is called as kinematics.
So we are learning kinematics without our knowledge.
Yes, without our knowledge, you have learned already kinematics in 9th standard. Okay, the same thing kinematics we are going to learn here also. Come across here. In this lesson, straight line, nowhere you are going to use force. Motion plane, nowhere you are going to use force. Understand? So without considering the force acting on the body, we are going to study these two lessons. These two lessons comes under whatever kinematics.
Kinematics.
Understand? Now once F is equal to ma,
our other equation of 9th standard.
right?
Yes, sir, that only I'm asking. What is
Yeah,
difference
once F equal to ma, F equal to ma comes into picture, then we are going to study about what? Force acting on a body. When force acts on the body of mass m, the body will get accelerated. Right. Now once force acts on a body, how much force? What is a force? Okay, how many types of forces? Right. What makes the body to stop? What makes the body to move? What makes the body to move circular motion? What makes the body to undergo rotatory motion? So all these things comes under what the category called as force. No, once force comes into picture, then we are going to study the motion of the body with reference to the force acting on the body. Such a branch is called as dynamics.
Okay.
Done? The difference between kinematics and dynamics?
Yes, sir.
Right.
No
So
force
once
and
force
force.
acts, yeah, no force and force. No force means not. Force is not acting, we are not telling here. We
Means
are
not
not
studying force.
bothering. Yeah, we are not bothering about it.
Without
Means what?
reference,
We
with
have
reference.
not without reference to the force we are studying. Okay. So such is called as what your kinematics, and here we are going to define force, the definition of force, the concept of force. So makes the body to set into motion, makes the body to come to rest, makes the body to change its direction of motion, makes the body to deform. All these things comes under the concept called as what your force. Hence such a branch we are going to call as what your dynamics. So under dynamics lessons, the part of the dynamics with what laws of motion, work, energy, power, all these things comes under what your the force that is going to come into picture, and we are going to reference the force also at every point during the motion. So such branch comes under called as what your dynamics. Clear, students? Done? Just an
Yes, sir, yes,
introduction.
sir.
I have not started.
Yes,
We
sir.
have not started any lesson. Okay, tomorrow we'll start the basics of kinematics, such as distance concept, displacement concept, the differences between them, the numericals involved in them. concept of speed, concept of velocity, and all things we are going to study. So I think you have next one more class, I think so, right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 10 o'clock.
Okay. Okay, at 10 o'clock, no? So we
Yes,
can
sir.
have tomorrow, we'll start the concept of distance and displacement. Okay. At the time will be what schedule you by evening. Okay, I'll send the link to the same group. You can join. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay then.
Now class
Bye.
at
Have a nice
10
day.
o'clock.
Now next class, I think they have kept some link now. You can check
Yes,
the
sir.
link. Okay.
10 o'clock one class and 11 o'clock two classes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then. You can carry on at 10 o'clock, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Bye. We'll see you.
Bye, sir.
We'll meet you tomorrow again. Bye. Jai
Yes,
Swaminarayan.
sir.
Okay then.